Name Perry Belatko, born in 1938, died in Auschwitz, murdered by the Nazis at age 4. Name Birek Exler, born in 1932, lived in Debreceni, died in Vertugeni, murdered by the Nazis in 1941 at age 9. Name Ruth Stilitzel, lived in Lublin, died in Majdanek, murdered by the Nazis at age 7. Name Vicky Morgenstern, born in 1935, lived in Cernowitz, murdered by the Nazis at age 5. Name Shepa Rensen, died in Armavir, murdered by the Nazis in 1942 at age 8. Name Avram Volvik, born in 1937, lived in Stolowik, died in Stolowik, murdered by the Nazis in 1941 at age 5. Name Lajab Sajensanirdir, born in 1939, lived in Belchetau, died in Kelmno, murdered by the Nazis in 1942 at age 3. Name Yadzia Erman, lived in Bialystok, murdered by the Nazis at age 5. Name Pola Zeiderberg, born in 1935, lived in Lodz, died in Lodz, murdered by the Nazis at age 6. Name Yevgenia Levina, born in 1936, lived in Konotop, died in Konotop, murdered by the Nazis in 1941 at age 5. Name Henrik Kerziner, born in 1937, lived in Belavati, murdered by the Nazis in 1941 at age 4. Name Tilia Vinner, born in 1937, lived in Skvira, died in Skvira, murdered by the Nazis in 1941 at age 4. Name Michael Bendelwicks, born in 1940, lived in Bachatow, died in Chelmno, murdered by the Nazis in 1942 at age 2. Name Henia Sezekats, born in 1940, lived in Petrokow, died in Treblinka, murdered by the Nazis in 1942 at age 2. Name Miri Pajethler, born in 1934, lived in Bafakanyad, died in Auschwitz, murdered by the Nazis in 1944 at age 10. Name Gajahu Arkuts, lived in Dunska Wola, murdered by the Nazis at age 2. Name Nukim Steinerman, born in 1940, lived in Nemirov, died in Nemirov, murdered by the Nazis in 1941 at age 1. Name Zina Drapkina, lived in Genichesk, died in Genichesk, murdered by the Nazis in 1942 at age 6. Name Georgi Steiner, born in 1941, lived in Esztergom, died in Auschwitz, murdered by the Nazis in 1944 at age 3. Name Tippa Barenfeld, born in 1933, lived in Simferopol, died in Simferopol, murdered by the Nazis in 1941 at age 8.